School Advanced Fluties. My name is Miss Acosta. I am the band director at Slider Middle School, and I'm here to help you guys get better on various things that are flute. So with that said, let's get started. So today's lesson is going to be coming out of the Foundations for Superior Performance book. We're going to start on page 10 on your B-flat concert scale. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with the 1 octave B-flat concert scale at the very top line. Always, always, always practice with a metronome. So I have got my metronome right now set at 80. So we're going to play the 1 octave scale. It's always good to add vibrato to any long note, so it's good practice. So let's go ahead and continue to practice adding vibrato onto that tied, the 2 tied whole notes there at the end. So here's the metronome. We'll go ahead and get started here. We'll add 4 clicks and we'll get going. Here we go. 2, ready. Good. Now let's go ahead and try it one more time, just so we get that repetition, get it under our fingers a little bit better. Here we go. Try it again. 4 clicks. And 1, 2, set. Awesome. The next thing that I'd like to go over with you guys before we get to the 2 octave B-flat concert scale, it does kind of look a little bit on the scary side, but we should be, as flute players, used to playing up in the stratosphere there. So I'm just going to review our fingerings together. So your B-flat, high B-flat, you can play thumb 1, or you can play thumb 1 and 1. Whatever your band director suggests. For me, anytime I'm playing a B-flat, I always use the thumb B-flat. For me, it's just easier. Of course, if you have anything that's chromatic, you want to make sure you're either playing 1 and 1 B-flat or 1 and lever. Thumb 1, lever, B-flat. So that's for chromatic scales. But for a B-flat concert, there's no reason why you shouldn't be just using the thumb B-flat. Just makes life easier. High C is just first finger. Okay, high D, make sure you've got this fingering correct. High D is not like 4th space, or 4th line D, excuse me. It's high D, so you have your thumb, 2, 3, nothing in your right hand except for your pinky. And yes, you can tell the difference between the overblown 4th line D versus the actual high D fingering. Then E flat, high E flat, third ledger line above is everything down. Everything down. The thumb, 1, 2, 3, pinky key, 1, 2, 3, and also pinky key. High F is very similar to 5th line, excuse me, 5th line F. Only difference is you're going to raise your middle finger in your left hand. So it's thumb 1, ring finger in your left, first finger in your right, and pinky, and that's your fingering for high F. Then you have high G. From F to G, it's really super easy. You're going to lift your thumb and your first finger and put your middle finger down. So very similar to above the staff G, but you're going to use not use your thumb. So 1, 2, 3, and pinky. That's it for high G. High G to high A. You're going to put your thumb is going to go down, your middle finger will stay down, first finger and ring finger will come up, and you're going to put your first finger down in your right hand along and keep that pinky key there too. So that's high A. High B flat. From high A to high B flat, super easy. You're going to lift your middle finger in your left hand, and you're going to put down that first trill key right here. You're going to put that guy down, and that's your fingering for high B flat. So just so we can go over and hear what they sound like, here's high B flat. C, D, high E flat, high F, high G, high A, high B flat. And there's your high note fingerings. If you need to replay the last part of that video to just reinforce those fingerings, I would really make sure that I got them super solid before moving forward any further. So go ahead and take a couple minutes, pause the video here. You can practice those high fingerings should you need to. We're going to now try playing the 2-octave major scale in B-flat concert. I've slowed the metronome down to 72, so this is a practice tempo for you. I wouldn't go too much quicker, just to make sure you really get those high fingerings under your fingers, because they are a little tricky once at first starting out. But a lot of our all-region music and any music 8th grade and beyond, you're going to be playing up high in that stratosphere, so it's really important that you get those fingerings the sooner the better. So here we go, 72. I'm going to go over the 2-octave scale. Here we go, 4 clicks, and 1, 2, 3. Good, let's go ahead and let's try that again at the same tempo. Same tempo. Here we go. 2, set. Good. All right, I think we're ready to now try it at 80. If 80 is too much for you, go ahead and you can pause the video, practice it at the slower tempo at 72. So you can rewind the video or stop it here, practice it on your own with your own metronome, and then pick up as we go. But let's give it a shot together at 80. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, set. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. 2, ready. Good job, guys. All right, so the next thing we're going to go for is the mini scale and tonic arpeggio down at the closer to the bottom of the page. There is 2 different octaves. We're going to start with the lower octave. 1 just to again help us with our fingerings, and 2 to help us with our articulation, to ensure that we get that articulation right, because that's what's most important about the mini scale and tonic arpeggio. All right, so we're going to get started here with the bottom octave, the lower octave. Metronome is set at 80. This should be super easy, and if not, make sure you stop the video and rewind it a little bit, and let's go ahead and continue to practice it. So here we go, the bottom octave. Ready? 1, 2, set. All right, let's try it one more time. Same tempo. 2, and ready. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna try that high octave one. The scariest part, I think, at least starting out, is that very last, the arpeggio at the end, where you go up to that high B flat. Make sure, again, just to review that high B flat fingering, thumb in your left hand, first finger in your right hand, trill key in that right hand, and of course your pinky as well. Okay, so make sure you've got those there for that. So don't finger through this all the time. So B flat, high D, high F, high B flat, F, D, B flat. I'm going to try it again just to make sure you've got those fingerings. B flat, D, F, high B flat, F, D, B flat. All right. Okay, so I've slowed the metronome down to 72 to help us out, at least for that last part of our scale. So here we go. Top one, mini scale and tonic. Here we go. Ready to breathe. Good. Let's do it one more time, just for practice sake. Play it again with me. 2 and set. Good, nice job. If you still feel you're not ready to go on to raising the metronome marking to 80, go ahead and pause the video here and go back, rewind it just a little bit so you can practice it at 72. And once you're ready for it, go on ahead. All right, now that we're ready to go for 82, let's give it our best shot here. Or 80, I'm sorry, not 82, the metronome's at 80. So here we go, upper octave, metronome marking at 80. 4 clicks and we go. Ready, 1, 2, breathe. All right, I bet you did better than you thought. Let's try it one more time. Same metronome marking. Ready, 2, set. Good job. All right, so the next section that we're going to work on is scale pattern 1. We're going to start with the low octave first. These fingerings, it should be a piece of cake for you, especially at this point in time. Just make sure you get that low A, get those right fingerings. Make sure for D, 4th line D, make sure you have that first finger up, and for E flat as well. If you have that down, it just sounds stuffy, and you can tell the difference if you do have that first finger down. So make sure your first finger is always up for D, 4th line D, and 4th line space, or 4th space, excuse me, 4th space E flat. All right, here we go. Let's get the metronome going. Metronome's at 80. So we're going to do the bottom octave, low octave scale pattern 1, everything tongued. Of course, you can change the different articulations, but we're going to tongue everything for right now. All right, here we go. Tonguing everything, scale pattern 1, low octave. 1, 2, with me. Good, let's do it one more time, just for funsies, and 1, 2, set, and... Good. All right, now for that upper octave. This one shouldn't be as tricky as a mini scale tonic, only because we're not going up to that high B flat, but we are still going up to that high F and high G. Just again to review those high fingerings. So you've got B flat, high C, high D, high E flat, everything down, high F, so thumb, first finger, ring finger, first finger in your right hand, pinky, high G is just like above the 5th line G, no thumb though, no thumb. So that's as high as it goes for our scale pattern 1. I did slow it down, the metronome down to 72, just for practice tempo, so we get those fingerings under our fingers. So again, everything's going to be tongued. There are the different articulations, but we're going to keep everything tongued for now. All right, so here we go. Get our metronome going. So upper octave, here we go. Everything tongued. 1, 2, with me, and... Good. I'm sure you did better than you thought. Let's try it again. Same tempo. Ready. 1, 2, set, and... Good. If you need to stop and practice this, go ahead and rewind the video and go ahead and practice that with the video, or you can practice it on your own with your own metronome. All right, so let's go ahead and let's try our scale pattern 1, high octave, with the metronome marking at 80. Everything's still tongue, nothing, no slurs in this part yet. Here we go. I'm gonna play through it. Let's do it twice. I think you can do that. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2 with me, and... Awesome job. Let's do it one more time because I know you got it. Here we go. 1, 2, set. Good job, guys. So I hope that helped you guys as far as getting those technical exercises in B-flat concert under your fingers and getting them a little bit quicker, so then that way once we come together in your own bands, anytime you're faced with any of those, it should hopefully help you guys out. But please make sure you are always making sure you practice. Always practice with a metronome. Always make sure you have a good, awesome practice space. Use your music stand. All those great things that I know your band directors have been telling you guys as well. So I hope this video helps. If you need to refer back to it, it's all yours. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.